It is Wednesday, July 18th, and this is my third attempt to do a first video for my On the Way to Macstock 2018 for Guy's Daily Drive. Let's hope this one works. Hello everybody, it's Guy's Daily Drive, and like I said, this is my third try at making a first video, isn't it? It's just nuts. I bought this, I put it back in the bag. It's this little tiny microphone, plugs into the headphone jack of the iPod Touch that I use to record Guy's Daily Drive with. And for whatever reason, it worked pretty well the first couple of times I tried it. But then when I tried recording on the 16th, in the very beginning, it crackled a bit. But then it straightened itself out. And then this morning, as I was trying to record a first video twice, it was just so bad that it was unusable. So my choice at that point was either to use the built-in microphone in the iPod Touch, or use the headphones and the headphone microphone that's built into these earbuds that Apple uses. I'm going up a hill. I'm going up a little kind of an incline. And I'm in my Kia Soul, the one I just bought, and this thing is like revving like crazy. It's like 4,500 RPMs as I'm going up whatever this stupid hill is. So that's going to be a little loud. But let me tell you again what's going on. So my original plan, this is the third time I've told this story this morning, so my enthusiasm for it is somewhat lessened, and certainly my sense of humor about it is somewhat lessened. When I first started to tell it, in the very first video, I was like, this happened and that happened, I was just wonderful. Now I'm like, okay, so then this happened and that happened and blah, 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 blah. So my original plan was to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, do the things that I needed to do. Wow, I need to pay a little more attention here. This is getting very, very odd. Okay, there we go. So my original plan was to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and now I'm losing a lane. What's going on here? And be on the road by 5 o'clock, do the things that I needed to do. But instead of getting up at 4 o'clock, I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. Couldn't go back to sleep. So I went downstairs and did the things that I typically do in the morning. And probably about 4:15, went upstairs, made sure I had a cup of coffee, got dressed, got cleaned up, got the last few little things that I was going to need for the trip, put them in the car, and was on the road about 4:45. It's now currently about 6:45, so I've been driving for 2 hours. And so far, other than trying to record Guy's Daily Drive, everything has worked out really, really well. I had almost no significant traffic, which was the big reason why I wanted to leave as early as I did. So I got through and out of the DC metro area without too many issues. And then got on to I-270, which took me up to Frederick, and then 70, which is now taking me to I-68. I'm taking a southerly route, and the reason why I'm taking this route instead of the most direct route, which would be taking I-70, I-76, Pennsylvania Turnpike, which then turns into I-80, which is the Ohio Turnpike, and then I-80 continues as the Indiana Turnpike. Well, I got to tell you, I've driven the Pennsylvania Turnpike many, many times. Many, many times. And every single time I take it, I hate it. It's a crappy road. Traffic is always bad. There's always construction. And in the construction areas, you're like right butt up against all these semi-tractor trailers, 6 inches away. And of course, people who drive trucks have just as much right as me or anybody else, maybe more so because they pay more taxes related to traveling than I do. But to use all the same roads, my complaint isn't with the truckers. My complaint is with the state of Pennsylvania for not being able to keep that road in relatively good shape without having to make a bunch of changes to it again and again and again. It's a crap road. And you're paying like $15 once you get, you go from Breezewood, you get onto it at Breezewood as you're coming from the DC area. You're paying like $15 for the privilege of being on this crappy road. And it's like, you know what? It's just not worth it. So I'm taking a different route, and it actually adds about an hour to the drive. But the thing is, I'm not going to do this drive in a single day, or at least I'm not planning on doing this drive in a single day. So the fact that it takes an extra hour isn't really that big of a deal, and I avoid all of the headaches of the Pennsylvania Turnpike, plus not having to pay $15. Plus not having to pay $15 to $20 for the Ohio Turnpike, and then however much it is for the Indiana Turnpike. So as far as money goes, this 1 hour diversion probably saves me somewhere between $40 to $60. So okay, little bonus there that I don't have to put out. But that's going to be about it. I am going to check this video, and hopefully this is the one that I can finally use that's not going to be all crackly and crap. If you'd like to get a hold of me and say, "Guy, you wild and crazy man, why are you driving all the way to Chicago for $13?" You can reach me by basically just contacting me through my email address, which is guy@mymac.com, probably. I'm also on the Twitters. Coming up to Flintstone. Meet the Flintstone. No one's made that joke before, I'm sure. I have a Twitter handle. My Twitter handle is MacParrot. You can find me usually on Wednesday nights doing a live cast with Warren Sklar, the Mac to the Future live cast. They're on the Books of Face. I also do the MyMac.com podcast, as I have been doing for well over 9 years, with Gazmaz over there in the UK. Always a good time to talk to him. I really wish he was going to be here this year, but he's not. And I understand why. I mean, it's not cheap to do things like this, and this is all out of pocket. It's not like I'm making any extra money doing this, though I hope to make a little bit of money, and I will tell you about that the next time, along with some of the future stuff that's going on the next, and it's going to be, again, there'll be 2 or 3 more of these today, assuming this works out. guy's daily drive.